Hi ladies, good morning. Welcome to my weekly live. I'm very excited to be here with you this morning because I am talking today about one of my most favorite things to talk about, the difference between real love and infatuation. So please, if you are watching live, let me know, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. And if you're really excited to hear about love and infatuation, give me a heart or just say so in the comments. All right, so I'm just gonna go along here. I hope that I am coming in loud and clear. Please feel free to let me know if you can hear me and see me and I'm coming in A-okay, because I never know. It says that I'm live, but I never know until someone tells me or someone comments. So if you can see me and hear me, please let me know. So ladies, let me know also how you are doing. Are you out there dating? If you are, how's it going? Are you recovering from a previously bad relationship? Let me know. Hi Maya. Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you can hear me and I'm coming in clear. So yeah, again, this is the time that I come on here live in the group every week to give you guys some information, to do a live training, and I'm here to answer some questions that you have. You know, I do a monthly live Q&A, but I'm also going to leave some space here at the live at the end if you have a specific questions. Hi Leanne. Okay, great. You can hear me and see me. Hi Graziana. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, this is the space for you guys to bring your issues. Again, if you're out there dating, you're not sure about somebody you're seeing, you want to run that by me, this is your space to do that, okay? So I will go through what I have to share with you today, and then I'll leave space at the end for you guys to bring in any questions or issues that you'd like some perspective on. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so is it love or is it infatuation? I love talking about this topic because it's so important to understand the difference, because what can get us into bad relationships, toxic relationships, abusive relationships is infatuation. Because very often we can become blinded by infatuation and miss some really, really clear, obvious signs that this is not the right person for us, but we just feel such an intensity of emotion that it becomes difficult to spot that. So before I go into that, I'm very curious. For you watching here, hi Elaine. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. Perfect. So yeah, for you guys watching here live, and even if you're watching the replay, please comment. What is your definition of love? What does love feel like to you? Like, how do you know if you are really experiencing love? And you may not know, and that may be why you're tuning in here. But when I say the word love, I'm very curious. Let me know what love means to you, okay? So again, it's so important to understand what the difference is here, because what this group is about is breaking the cycle of bad relationships. And I can speak from personal experience. There have been many times where I have been blinded by infatuation. And I didn't really know what real love was. And so that's what this group is about, finding real love. So this is very key here. So again, let me know what your definition of love is. I'm going to share what mine was. In the past, my definition of love was an emotional feeling that I felt for someone. I didn't really have any clear idea of what it was beyond that. So like if I felt strong emotions for someone, whether that be lust, infatuation, excitement, I called that love. So, okay, Elaine says, love is seeing someone at their worst but still sticking around. I like that. I like that definition. Very cool. Graciana says, I believe I don't even really know. In general, I see it as acceptance and compassion. Yes, beautiful. Okay. So, again, keep sharing what your definition is, but I'm going to share now how I see it, how I see the difference between love and infatuation. So, infatuation is an intense experience. It's an intense feeling experience. It's excitement. It's lust. It's that intense chemistry you might feel for someone, okay? It's it can be obsessive. Infatuation can make you obsessed about a person. You're constantly thinking about this person. They're running through your mind all day long. That's infatuation. Infatuation is also short-lived, okay? It's the intense emotional experience that you feel with someone. And again, it can be any mixture of excitement, lust, passion, intense chemistry. That's what infatuation is, okay? Now, full disclaimer, it's okay to have infatuation in any relationship. Even in a healthy relationship, you're going to probably have some infatuation, right? Because you really like this person. But what we're trying to get clear on here is the distinction between overlooking some obvious red flags and getting into a healthy relationship. Okay, so I want to see what Maya is saying here. I did the 5 love languages test. Oh, that's a great tool. If you guys have never done that, you can go online, Google 5 love languages. It's super important to also know your own love language and how you express and receive love. Okay, and she said, and I learned about what is love for me in 5 categories and what is making me feel good all around. Love for me is that the other person sees you from head to toe. Beautiful, yes. Infatuation blinds you. Absolutely, yes, it does. Ideally is if you are infatuated with each other. Yes, so again here, even if you're in a healthy relationship, there may be some infatuation, okay? So the TLDR here is infatuation is just an intense emotional experience, and it's short-lived. It doesn't last that long, okay? So now let's talk about love. What is love? What is real love? I've talked about this many times before. I've posted about it. Love, at its core, is acceptance. That's it. It kind of takes the mystique out of love, but really, that's what it is. Love is simply acceptance. And you could also call it compassion too. There is compassion mixed in there, but it's simply the acceptance that you have for someone or that someone has for you. It's not loud. It's not going to give you that intense emotional experience. It's very quiet. It's very subtle. Okay? So this is the main difference. Now, when we're talking about real love at its core, it's actually very calm, very peaceful. And let me see what you guys are saying here. Yeah, Maya is saying, ideally, if you are infatuated with each other, it grows into love. Yeah, that's the ideal here. That's what we would love to see. Elaine is saying, in the beginning, my boyfriend was all I could think of. Yes. We constantly thought of each other. Sometimes I would get upset if he did not text me back right away. Now we don't text each other every day, and neither of us gets upset because we are both busy. Yes. So Elaine, this is kind of how it normally looks in a healthy relationship. There's some infatuation in the beginning. It's exciting, but then it calms down. And you have this base of acceptance, of peace, of safety. Okay? So I want to go back to what I was saying before. So if we get to the core of what love is, of what real love is, it's actually not an emotional experience. And when I say this, sometimes it blows people's minds, and it blew my mind when I first heard this. But now, I can share this from experience. That's what real love feels like. So, how do I know this? How do we know this? I'm going to give you the spiritual take on love. So, someone who is enlightened, who has essentially embodied completely unconditional love. They have essentially felt so much love for themselves and for other people, they kind of dissolve into love and they actually don't feel love anymore, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But when you're in the presence of someone who is at that point, you feel very safe, you feel very calm, you feel very peaceful. You're not having these highs of infatuation. It's more of a lowering, a coming to feeling peace. Okay? So they don't actually feel love anymore, but they completely love you. So let me know if this is making sense for you guys. I mean, when I first heard about this, I found this fascinating because I thought that love was this purely emotional experience that I was going to feel for another person. So now, here, that being said, I am not advocating for everyone to go out and become enlightened and have this unconditional love where you don't have any emotional feeling of love anymore. But if we're talking about what is love at its core, this is what it is. It's peaceful, it's quiet, and it makes you feel safe, seen, and accepted. That is love. So, you can have genuine love in a relationship and infatuation. But again, what we don't want to get into is a situation where we are only feeling infatuation. We're only feeling these really intense emotions for someone, but we're not feeling safe. We're not feeling secure. We're not feeling accepted. Okay? That's when we veer into the realm of toxicity. Okay? So is this making sense to you guys? And if it's not, I can clarify here. Let me just look at the comments here. So if you have a specific situation that you are going through and you're not sure, is this love or is this maybe some infatuation, and you want to run it by me, this is your space to do so. I'd love to give you some clarity on this. But yeah, this is the main difference. Love is acceptance. It's calm and it's peaceful. Infatuation is a combination of lust, intense chemistry, and excitement. So Maya is saying it's scary, but you're right. So Maya, what can you just clarify? What is the fear about? Is it love or is it coming out of the infatuation? I'm very curious as to what you mean here. Okay, so Elaine says, my boyfriend is celebrating Ramadan and I feel like he has found that peace. Oh, interesting. Right now I cannot see him or have any contact with him until Ramadan is over. While he is praying and reflecting, yes, I miss him and want to see him. While he is doing Ramadan, I am doing my own thinking and reflecting. That's really cool, Elaine. So I am not super knowledgeable on what Ramadan is. So he, just clarify for me here. So he goes by himself and can't speak to you for a period of time? I mean, I like what you're doing here. I apologize if you guys can hear. They are cutting the grass outside of my apartment, so I apologize if you can hear that. Okay, so yeah, so you are doing your own thinking and reflecting. That's a great place to be. I like that. That's a healthy place to be. And that tells me that you are feeling secure in that relationship where you're not feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm not seeing him. You're not freaking out. So what you're saying, Maya, is that the infatuation is the scary part. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, when you're like knee deep in infatuation, it can be very scary. It can kind of feel like a roller coaster. And that's one of the hallmarks. If you're feeling like you have to hold on, like things are going very intensely and very quickly, that's a sign that you're experiencing infatuation. Love doesn't feel like that. Love has this baseline of peace and calm. That's what love feels like. So Maya is saying, I don't feel safe, seen, and accepted. Okay. So that is something to really consider. Are you in your relationship because you feel infatuation, or is it because you're experiencing love? And I would say, if you don't feel safe, seen, and accepted, that's an important thing to consider. Okay? Because again, I want everyone here to be able to experience real love, which in essence means healthy love. So in order for healthy love to be there, we do need to feel safe, seen, and accepted. Okay? That's real love. All right, ladies, any more questions? Again, this is your space. Even if you don't have any questions that are specifically related to love versus infatuation, feel free to bring them here to this live. That's what this is for. And I'm gonna give a little space here, but if you guys are feeling very confused about a situation that you're experiencing, or you feel like you've had so many bad relationships and you don't even know like the first step to take to get to a healthy relationship, this is part of what I offer in my Living Free Finding Love program. I help you to navigate the dating scene, the men or women that you're meeting. Are they matching up? Is this love? Is this infatuation? Are they showing up with the right characteristics? I help you navigate that whole process. That is just one small part of my program. I also help you release all of the subconscious blocks that you're carrying around that are making it difficult to be open to someone who is healthy. So if you're interested in that, comment Living Free Finding Love. I'll reach out to you, or message me privately. You're always free to message me privately if you are interested in working with me. All right, so really that's what I wanted to share with you today. The main difference is love is acceptance. It's calm and it's peaceful. And infatuation is really intense. It can be full of lust, excitement, passion, intense chemistry, but it's usually short-lived. Infatuation is not what's going to sustain a relationship in the long term. Because again, it is an emotional experience. It comes and goes. It's quick, it's short-lived. You need a lot more to keep a relationship going long term. You need that acceptance. You need that baseline of peace, okay? Because let's face it, especially with everything that's been going on lately in this past year, life is super stressful, okay? I don't know if you guys have been experiencing that, but I definitely have. Life is really stressful at times, and so what we need to keep us going is someone that we feel safe with, that we feel secure with, that is like a soft landing spot versus someone that's always bringing up maybe excitement or passion or lust. That's good too, but ideally we want both, okay? All right, so let me see here. You guys have been posting some questions here. So Elaine is clarifying on Ramadan. Okay, so Ramadan is a fasting holiday. I'm just learning about it. He fasts from sunup to sundown, where he prays 5 times a day. He's also working. Wow, okay. We cannot have physical contact or text because he has to focus. Oh, my cat stepped on my phone and called him by accident. That's so funny, Elaine. He texted me right back, asking how everything was. I just laughed and told him that the kitty pocket dialed me. I think I have found love. This sounds really, really healthy, Elaine. I'm really happy for you and excited for you. Again, this is a sign of a secure relationship where, you've built up that sense of security, that attachment. So you are now at the point where, he can take some distance, do his thing, and you feel okay. I'm very happy for you, Elaine. This is so cool. Thank you for sharing with me, excuse me. Okay, so Leanne is saying, I'm leaving my marriage right now because I didn't feel like I was seen or heard or even accepted. I felt invisible and just picked on that I wasn't good enough. Leanne, I can relate to this myself, and kudos to you for taking the courageous step to leave your marriage. Because that, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that. What you were experiencing is not a healthy relationship by any means. And I can guarantee that there's going to be a much, much better relationship out there for you. I mean, I'm living that right now. This is kind of really my story here, Leanne. And there's much better out there for you. So this is a courageous move, but I give you so much credit for doing it. Thank you for sharing that. So Elaine says, I've been in so many toxic relationships. I feel free now. I now feel loved and accepted. Beautiful. This is what gets me so excited. And this is why I created this group. Because, when we've been in so many bad relationships, even if it's just been one bad relationship can just put us in this headspace of like, I'm not good enough. There's no good men out there. No one will love me. XYZ is wrong with me. When that is not the case at all. But it feels very real when we're going through this. So I love when you guys share these stories about how you broke the cycle and you're in a great place now. I absolutely love it. So Jody's coming out of a divorce too for the same reasons. I guess we've kind of all experienced similar stories here. Yeah. And it, again, like, I give you guys so much credit for leaving these relationships because it's not easy to do that. It's not easy to get a divorce. It's not easy to say, you know what, I love this person, but I want more. It's a very difficult decision. So yeah, I give you guys so much credit here. Okay, so yeah, Elaine says, when I get anxious, he tells me to breathe and that we will take care of my trouble together. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Elaine is saying, I had some abusive exes that told me no man would ever touch me. Yes, these things that our previous partners have told us are almost 100% not true at all. And again, this is part of what I go through in my Living Free Finding Love program. I deprogram you from these past relationships because there might be many, many different things that we are carrying around from these relationships that are absolutely not true, but they feel very true because, yeah, maybe our ex told us that all the time. Or maybe they left us feeling so unloved that we don't think we're good enough for whatever reason. So yeah, this is exactly what I go through in my program. So ladies, these were some really great questions and discussions today. I don't have anything else to share with you. Again, I'll just go through, the TLDR here. Love is calm, it's peaceful, you feel accepted and secure, and infatuation is that intense emotional experience of lust, excitement, passion. Ideally, in a healthy relationship, you have some of both. There's a little bit of infatuation, but there's that main baseline of feeling accepted. Yeah, Elaine say, oh, you're welcome. He's very loving. I used to be afraid to cry in front of him, but now I can. Yeah, Elaine, you are a great example of coming out of toxic relationships and having a healthy one. So feel free to post in the group if you want to post pictures. Like, I love to hear these stories of people breaking out of the cycle, and you can inspire so many people here. I mean, that's why I share my own story, because it was what I needed to hear, back when I was thinking, well, gosh, I'm in this marriage and I don't feel that loved. I don't feel that accepted. Is there better? Is there more out there? Yes, you are showing very clearly, yes, there is. And you can inspire many, many different people. So yeah, Elaine, feel free to share more of your story in the group. Okay, so Graziana says, one of my main problems is finding someone is that I'm too picky. And I don't mean just physically. So Graziana, can you give me a little bit more detail here? Like, what are you feeling like is difficult to find? And you're saying not just physically. Hi, Maya. So, I talk about this sometimes. Like, sometimes if we are feeling like the people who like us, we never like them, or we're feeling like, yeah, maybe I'm a little too picky. Sometimes what that is, that's actually a subconscious block. Like, maybe deep down you feel like you're not good enough. So what your subconscious will do is it will put up a defense and it will say, no, I don't like anyone. No one is good enough for me. But really, it's deep down you're not feeling good enough. And so again, this is the subconscious work that I do, because it's so important to clear that stuff out so that you can let in the people who can love you. So, okay, so Graziana is saying, I mean personality and looks, maybe. So that could be what's going on. It could be that, deep down, maybe you also have a fear of love, because in your childhood, love meant being hurt. I don't know what exactly is going on with you, Graziana, but there could be many, many different things here. Or the stuff they say is just so shallow. So yeah, it could be a combination of maybe there is a subconscious block, and maybe the guys that are coming to you at this moment, maybe they don't have the depth that you prefer. Okay? So again, what I would recommend for someone like you is to do some subconscious work. And I don't care if it's with me or with someone else. Get in there and dig a little bit deeper and see what's going on. See if maybe, yes, you do have some beliefs about love and relationships that you're carrying around, or see if maybe you do have some walls up, some like literal energetic walls up around your heart that are preventing you from actually letting love in. Because maybe, yeah, Graziana is saying, yes, I think it's both. Yeah, it does sound like a combination of both. And the funny thing is, when you do the subconscious work and when you release the blocks, you actually are able to see more people. And I don't mean like visually you can see them better, but your eyes are kind of just opened metaphorically, and you can see someone as a potential partner where maybe you wouldn't have before. So I hope this is making sense. And again, if you're interested in working with me, comment below or shoot me a message. All right, guys, I don't want to go too long here today, but thank you so much for watching. As always, it was a pleasure to do this live and interact with you here. Thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting and bringing your questions to me. All right, ladies, I will talk to you soon. Talk to you next week.